Hi guys, Creative Lauri here. Welcome. So today I have let's see, can I go a little more? A little mini haul, and I'm once again celebrating the mini wins in my life, just to get me through everything that's kind of difficult and hard. And these are hard times, I'm not the only one struggling. Actually, there's quite a bit of people out there, and it's really sad, but I am very thankful for everything that I have. And so we're going to talk about that gratitude and all the wins that just keep coming my way, and I'm thankful for them. They may not be like, oh, that's a big win, but it's the small ones that build up and really contribute to a positive attitude. I think I've always had a positive attitude, but sometimes, and especially during these difficult times, and especially what I've been going through for like the past, I would say 3 years, getting ready to move my dad in and everything, that was like, if you look at it as a whole, almost a 3-year process. And I've been in a pressure cooker. Now, I've been in a pressure cooker longer than that because I took care of my mom for almost 15 years, but I'm just talking about recently. And I feel like even after my mom passed, things just kept the same, like pressure cooker, pressure cooker. And it's really how you deal with them that makes a difference. But we're talking about the small wins. And yeah, I do get down, but thankfully I have friends I can talk to. Let's just get started. I did have to go to the Dollar Tree, and I went there specifically because it is spring. I needed some more of these like garden gloves, so I went there specifically for these. These are the ones that have the plastic. Can you hear them? Let's see, are they on the outside, or they're on the inside? Yeah, and then the fabric part is more on the top part. So I did have to buy another one. They could last 2 to 3 years, but I forgot mine outside last year. Now, which is weird because I had some cloth ones that I still have from 3 years ago, and they're fine. I usually put in my gloves, if they're wet or whatever, I kind of dry them off and then bring them in at night and just put them in a Ziploc bag. And I don't close it, but I just keep them safe and clean, or, not getting on other things. So I left them out. I don't know. Well, it was a pretty crazy year last year. So I could see why I did that. And they're crispy because of the plastic and from, our heat here in California. So I did have to buy another one. So I bought these, and I've already used them. I went in for that, and I was looking at tools, and this is just like, I don't know if you could see, a pruner. I bought one about, I think, 3 years ago also, when I bought the material gloves. And they're different. They're straight. I don't know what those are called, but they're good trimmers. But I needed more of a pruning one again, because mine didn't last. Like, I think the spring kept falling out, and I kept working with it. But, they're good. They are good. You just have to take care of them. And so I bought that. So I went in there for those 2 things. But then I found 2 more things, and they're useful. Okay, so these are men's athletic socks. They come 3 to a pack for $1.25. I've already opened them. They seem really long because men have longer feet. I don't even know how men would wear these, to be honest. So I started buying these men's ones, I think last year, because the ones I had, women's, they seem like children's, and they would slip. I wanted the kind that just go at your ankle. Now, when you washed them, they got even smaller. So they kept slipping down my heel. And I'm like, what is the point of that? So I started buying the men's, and they seem really long. They are long on my feet right now. I mean, it comes up a little bit above my like ankle area, which is fine. Because I know when I wash them and I don't dry them, I air dry them, they're gonna shrink a little bit. And for 3 pairs, they're comfortable. And I've realized that I'm gonna have to start wearing probably some kind of a closed toe shoe through our summer instead of like a flip-flop or whatever, because of my fracture in my foot. I need like arch support. So here's the win on that. I talked to you guys and I showed you my falling apart Skechers that I've had now, I don't know, for 5 years or longer. And they need to be trashed, but I held on to them. And when I go through my tennis shoes, like they're cross trainers, I only buy them like once every, I don't know, 5-6 years now, because I'm not a runner. But when I was a runner, every year, every other year. But I would pull out the inserts and they have a nice arch support, and I put those into my Skechers that were kind of stretched out, and I can't tell you how much better my foot feels just having that support from the arch, just a simple, like it's just a regular cross trainer tennis shoe that had an insert that has like an arch support, but that alone has helped me so much. And I thought, if I have to wear those during the summer and it's hot here, I'll do it. I'll just like take off my sock and my shoe and go upstairs and soak my feet in cool water several times a day, and then dump out the water to my plants every day if I have to. I don't care. I need to repair, let my poor little arch and fracture heal. So that's why I when I saw these, I'm like, oh, I have to get them. So I think I only have 2 pairs because I wore 1 pair out last year. And so I have 3 new ones now. I wouldn't mind getting another 3, but I'm so limited right now. And I got those, and then I just went down the spice aisle, which has food and such, and I happened to see this, which is organic coconut flour, which is very expensive, but this is organic. They said certified. Does it say? Yeah, USDA organic, certified, non-GMO. So my dad's birthday is coming up in next month. And I'm already preparing for it because you kind of have to. A little bit here, a little bit there. So I really like the taste of coconut flour or almond flour, which I have some almond flour. I'm going to do a test run. But I think this is going to work out. Actually, I'll just do the test run the day before my dad's birthday, because I usually cook or bake the cake for him the day before so it can cool down and I can, put everything on it. And if it doesn't work out, then I believe I have a cake batter. I also have almond flour. Now it doesn't get really fluffy, but what I am going to use making a cake is flaxseed meal, which really fluffs up your batter, and it's, you're getting protein and all the great stuff from omega-3s. So I thought I would try it the day before, and if it doesn't work, I'll quickly bake the other batter. But I'm only going to do a half batter, or half a batter for half a cake basically. And I'll use smaller pans so it doesn't look like, oh, it's so small or whatever. I'll just make it look, I might even do a loaf and then cut it, and because my dad's birthday is the 31st of May, and then it's Father's Day in like 2 weeks. And my dad is diabetic. So it really, this has like lower carbs, less calories, less fat, more fiber, and it has protein. So this is like better for him. I think they even say keto on here. Yeah, keto. what a great buy. I wish I could have bought like 10. I mean, I don't need 10, but you know, it's better than regular flour for him. So I might get another bag in when I get a little extra and I have to go back to Dollar Tree. So I got that and we're just gonna work with it. I have some, my dad likes coconut on his actual cake. So I bought some last year and I froze it because I didn't use all of it. So I'm gonna use that. But this was a great find and buy. And I have a tiny Dollar Tree. There's a bigger one across town, but I don't really like to go to it. So those were the 4 things. I'm super excited. Now let's talk about the wins, small wins. Okay, so my little coffee maker, it's like a mini Keurig or a Keurig-like coffee maker. And I've been wanting to replace it with like a percolator. I know we had a percolator and it's gotta be in one of the totes that I brought over packed away. If not, then I'm just not gonna spend the money right now. But I mean, I have a lot of totes to go through. So my hair is still wet. Sorry. I see that it's still wet right now. I took an early shower tonight because I'm so tired. After dinner, I want to go to bed like an hour just to read, you know, and lay down. But so it gave out, which was fine. I don't want to continue to make coffee in plastic because, you know, it's going to leach the plastic into that. So that leaves, I have a Bodum and I just used the rest of it this morning. So I do need to wash it tonight. The wonderful thing about this is that it tastes great and it's a French press. I've had this from my coffee days when I worked at a coffee company. It was a major coffee company, not Starbucks, not Peet's, but we did international and such. And I used to handle most of the international. At first I started the local business, but then I went on to international. And I got this. I don't even remember how I got it, but I got it. And I like that, you know, you can take it apart and wash it and such. But the only problem is, and I've always felt this way about French presses, you do get a lot of grounds in your coffee, especially when you get down to the end. But I think I can just replace the screen or maybe even put 2 screens and that will help. And you probably can't see, but there are grounds on top of the screen. So it's just not a good thing, but I'll tell you what. My little Farberware Keurig started not brewing great coffee. It just tasted like water and it just tasted awful that I wasn't really loving it at all. And I would add more grounds to make it stronger tasting, to taste better. But it just, no matter what I did to adjust it, it just wasn't working. And I thought, okay, it used to be good. I wanted to get rid of this. I'm tossing it. I will not donate it because I just feel like it's not at its optimal, you know, action. It's not working great. So why pass it on? So I'm just going to toss it. We do have like an electrical pickup, or we have to drop it off, but I'll build a little box of all the electronics that I'm getting rid of, and that'll be a part of it. So for now, this works. It's a 6 cup. So this will last me like 3 to 4 days because sometimes I drink a little bit more than 8 ounces, which is fine. That's a win because it tastes supreme. French press is actually the best way to brew your coffee. If you, I know they're doing all these like little bougie coffee places are doing pour over now. That's also a good way, but I still feel like, because I have a pour over, but it's plastic. But even when I would do a pour over, I felt like it just tasted better with the French press because it created that crust on the top. And that was supreme. So I do feel like, and they do say, and like I said, I married a roast master who also worked there. He was a roast master and buyer. So that is what we were taught, was a French press. I do feel like it is the best way, but I also like percolated coffee which is basically boiled coffee. You could do that in a saucepan. But when I get it, find my mom's percolator, or if I never do, I mean, I don't want to buy one. It's like $50 or $60, and they don't get great reviews. They're just not well made like the old ones were. So I'm going to stick with my French press, even though there's grinds that can slip through a little bit. That's okay. That's a win. I have better tasting coffee, and I didn't have to spend $1. Thank God. And I have like a smaller French press too, but I like the larger one because then I can put it in the fridge and then just pour it, you know, go from there. Okay. Oh, and we had to get gas today. We went to the library because our books were due. I think 2 of them were due. And so I read mine, mine were due, and I took them back. And then we also handed out things to the homeless from our last, or not the last haul, but the one before that, food bank haul. And it was so great. It's always so great. They're so thankful. One woman was not, but I think there's just something going on with her. So, and then as she was walking away, she finally said thank you, which was fine. You know, we don't know what's going on in people's lives. So we got, you know, to deliver some of that because it's right by the library. There's a lot of homeless around there. Even though it's a beautiful library, they do go and use the facilities and hang out, you know, of course. But I have another $1 here. So I had to get gas after that. So I used $1 and change and 5 other dollar bill, or $5. So I put $6 in. So I have enough gas to get me to the food bank. That's a win because right now I'm having problems with my car. If it gets too low, it's gas related. It's a fuel filter. So I have another $1 here and a couple other dollars. If I was desperate, I could put that in. So I've got that ready to go. That's a win. Okay, and you might think, oh, that's kind of sad, Lauri. Maybe, but it's a win for me. It's a total win for me. I keep seeing like something flying around here. The other thing, the planting, I will share with you the seeds that I planted. That makes me feel so good. I got a ton of planting done. I'm not done, but I got like a ton done. You'll see at the end or somewhere in this video. And that makes me feel good. And I did not buy one seed packet. I have tons of seeds, so that was a win. Okay. So I have a ton of things listed on Facebook Marketplace. Now, I haven't sold anything since the last time I talked to you guys, but I could get depressed about it. But every time I look at my ads, I mean, I have like high views, people saving the ad. So it's going to happen. I'm not going to let it get me down. It's going to happen. And these are big items. So, you know, it's not like it's $20 or 40 or whatever. They're, you know, a little bit more expensive. So I can see people hesitating and, you know, but I really do. I know I'm going to sell them this month and I'm counting on it. So I don't let it get me down that we haven't sold anything more because it will happen. And I do believe that. So that's a win. I have donations coming up. Today's Wednesday, on Friday. So I have to put it up Thursday night, tomorrow night. I haven't even really gone through anything, to be honest. So I need to do that and set things out, which I will do. And that was it. But I feel good about when I do donations. I had to write everything down. I feel really good about it. You know, I haven't gone through it. So like when I'm done with this video, I need to heat up our dinner. It's leftovers. So that's good. Now tomorrow I'll have to make dinner. So it's going to eat up a little bit of time, me going through totes and creating donations. But I'm going to set out something to defrost and to make. And if I have to make the exact same thing that I've been making or had been, had made, which was I made a stir fry with all that celery and onions that I have and rice to pour it over. But, I don't have any tofu or anything like that. But I did buy some shrimp the last time I went to Target, which was that last video, I think. It was buy one, get one free. And honestly, it's cheaper than Walmart as it is. And then buy one, get one free. I just had to do it. So I did that. And I did put mussels in another dish. But yeah, I've got shrimp now, so I can use that, or I can just beef it up with like a lot of veggies, and maybe I'll add a little bit of ham for my dad on his or something. But yeah, that's what I do, and it'll be delicious because I really can't think of anything else that we can have right now. It's been getting a little bit leaner with the meats and such. We did get something you'll see in a video soon. So that was really great. And I could defrost that also. Okay, we did get these. These are for dogs. They're like a jerky treat. And I forgot to give it to the guy who lives in his truck. And he has a beautiful pit bull. Just gorgeous. And he's like, oh, he saw me walking up. Don't worry, he doesn't bite. And I go, oh, I know. I mean, you could sense it right off, And I mean, it was just a gorgeous little pit bull, big pit bull actually. And it loved me. And, oh, so cute. And I forgot to give it to this, but I did give them cereal, something else that you'll see. Oh, no, wait, you did see it, I think. Chocolate milk and, something else. Some sweets and some like macaroni. You just have to add hot water. Who knows? They might have like some way of going to the grocery store or convenience store and getting just hot water. They could pay maybe a little bit or something, or maybe the convenience store is cool with it. So I really hope. Anyways, I wish I would have remembered this. It was in my car too. So that's not a win, but the takeaway from that is if I see him on Friday, it'll get it then. Or another needy dog will get it. So somebody's going to get it. And I don't give it to my little puppy because I feel like I can feed him better here. And the homeless dogs need something, That is it. That's it. I've got my French press coffee, which is delicious. Even though I'm drinking decaf, and I know it's not healthy because of the formaldehyde in there, but when I get rich and famous, I will buy, because that decaf coffee is from the food bank, and I am so thankful, because my dad has to drink decaf. He can't drink caffeinated. So I'm so thankful. It tastes so wonderful in the French press, but when I get rich and famous, I'll get Swiss water processed, which decaffeinates it by Swiss water. And it is what it is. And I'm happy with it. It tastes good. I'm good with it. It tastes really good now that I have this. And I've got the startings of my dad's birthday. And I don't know what to get him. I have no idea. I mean, it's going to have to be super slim. And he has pretty much everything that he really needs. I mean, he could use some more, whatever, shorts or maybe t-shirts, something simple like that. But it's going to have to be slim. I tried to really bulk up for his 80th, and I feel like I did a pretty good job for his 80th with what I had. And that's it. His 81st is going to be fun. I want to do something different this year. And last year we went to a restaurant for breakfast for $4.99. You got it breakfast, but the food wasn't that great. so bad. And the service was not good. And we were planning on going there. We were so excited, but it just was not good. So this year, I want to do a little research and find a place. Oh, I already know. I just thought of it. There's this place that he likes, and he's gone to it a couple of times. And it's like a little drive-in, and it's been here for, I don't know, 40 or 50 years. And they are pretty good, but they're now starting to serve breakfast. I'll take him there. It's pretty close to the house, relatively. You know, it's in my neighborhood, basically. And they have, you know, for what my dad said, pretty decent, you know, food, because he bought a burger and fries before. And he really liked it. So I think I'll take him there. And if I can't afford my breakfast, I'll just get something like coffee there, and maybe, you know, we can eat outside and he can get his breakfast. I'll get a coffee, or I'll bring my own coffee. We can both bring our own coffee, and then maybe I can get a little something there, you know. I'll figure it out. These are all wins. I'm so glad I remembered that, because we just saw today that they're now serving breakfast, and yeah, I'm happy about that. Okay, guys, maybe small in your eyes, but considering what I'm going through and what I've been going through, and I don't even tell you all everything, these are like really nice wins, and I'm happy. So consider that, you know, looking to the bright side of things. And I always try to, especially, you know, but you know, I do get down, I do get discouraged. But you do have to remember the beauty of every day. We wake up every day. That's a win. We see the nature every day if we can. That's a win. We know God is on our side. That's a win. You know, if you're lonely, talk to Him. Call a friend. Pray to Him. You're never alone. So it may seem like it, but you do have to take initiative and call a friend or talk to God. And I always feel better every time I talk to God. And, you know, of course, every time I talk to a friend too. So remember these small little things, and they sprinkle our day. Take note of them, write them down. Diana by the Beach, a subscriber, she said that she was going to start dedicating like a few dozen pages just to the small things in her life to remember them. Because certainly when you read them, reread them, they make you happy. So that was a wonderful idea. So thank you, Diana. Bye, guys. I gotta go. I gotta make or heat up dinner. And then I gotta like start on donations. So I will see you all later.